Hi Libra, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your June 2020 mid-month tarot check. This is for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I hope you're all doing well. I want to thank everyone who's been watching the readings, who has interacted with comments, liking, sharing, subscribing. It's really a joy for me, and I can tell you I've been reading tarot a long time. Doing these readings is definitely opening up my own energy portal. I mean, I have not had, I feel like, this much growth in a short amount of time ever in my life, and I know it's from connecting with so much energy. It's beautiful. So thank you for allowing me to come on here and making it a place where I want to do readings. It's not a perfect design, right? But we're also dealing with sacred divination in a human experience. So thanks for doing that with me. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you don't want notifications, check back every week because I post weekly, sometimes twice a week. It depends on the week and what we have going on here. But let's get some guidance here, please. Guidance for Libra. Guidance for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on here for Libra? All right. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, whoops, I almost left that behind. Can't do that now. Your current situation, you've got the Four of Wands. The immediate influence is the Eight of Swords. I almost said knives. Your destiny here is Judgment. You've got the Queen of Cups in the distant past and the Six of Cups in the more recent past. You have the Four of Cups coming towards you, and you are the Four of Swords here. The person around you is the Three of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears are the Seven of Pentacles. You got death in the outcome. And then you've got you've got the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups here. So this is where the Rider-Waite deck in particular can look a little scary. So we'll walk through this together. You know, what I feel like is happening is you've got some transformation going on here. Certainly could be with a relationship. But it feels more with the Four of Cups and then you as the Four of Swords, like you are not wanting to move forward with something. And it really is all about a rebirth for you. You've got Scorpio energy here. You have Earth energy, certainly. You've got air. You've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the water. And then you do have some fire. But, you know, it has to do with this this destiny card with Judgment. It has to do with that. It's very much connected to it. So we'll begin here. So you've got your current situation is the Four of Wands here. And this is, of course, the 1111 card. Most people like to see this. It's really about a foundation, but it's also very celebratory, okay? This is a couple who's celebratory or celebrating. And, you know, it's also about your angels speaking to you. So if you're seeing 444 a lot, you know, on license plates, you go by and there's a sign that has it or a phone number that has it, that your angels are with you when you see that. But you've got some stagnancy here. So you've got the Eight of Swords, and that is about, eights are about movement in the tarot, and it's about not moving forward. Okay, feeling very restricted, but it's a self-imposed restriction. So it's self-imposed imprisonment. And there's just something here about either not wanting to move forward in a relationship where there's definitely a foundation, because you also have the Three of Pentacles here, which is very complementary in terms of building a foundation. You know, it feels to me like there is something about wanting to move or moving that's creating this. I'm getting that for somebody here, that it's all about a decision to move, and it feels like a physical move. And so I don't know if for some of you, you're having a hard time with that and not wanting to move forward. So your destiny here is certainly, I put my arm under here because it hurts my elbow when I put it on the table for too long. So anyway, if you see me do that, it's just to get myself comfortable. and to help you see the card, you've got Judgment here. And it really is about a decision that impacts people. But it's also like accepting the past and moving past it. So it's really a time to let go of the past, get on with the future, forgive if it needs to happen. But I do feel like this whole thing is impacted by a decision. So for someone here, I'm getting like they took a job that created a move, and it's definitely had consequences. It was not maliciously done, but it's definitely had consequences. And the distant past, you definitely felt love with the Queen of Cups here. Very loving, intuitive energy. Very emotionally invested in this situation. But there's also, I think, sort of a feeling of being taken for granted of a little bit. Like you gave a lot to the relationship. Were very caring, very open, very emotionally vulnerable. But there was almost like this, maybe not a lack of recognition of some of the things that you were bringing to the relationship. In the more recent past, you've got the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is a very nostalgic energy. It's about memories. It can be a very sentimental longing. So if you've had a separation with somebody, this has affected them on a very emotional level where they are still thinking about you. They are, they're wondering what they could do. They're kind of thinking and pondering and wondering what I could do, or how could this have been different, and thinking too about a lot of positive memories, a lot of good times and things like that, where they're feeling very sentimental. So for some of you, you may not have had contact with this person, and there's a part of you that's very closed off to it, very closed off to new offers, very closed off to offers. So with tarot, we're always getting guidance. So you can use your free will in this. If you see something and you go, well, I don't want that as an outcome, I don't want to be closed off, then it may be a guidance to start accepting invitations. If you have friends who want to go somewhere and you don't feel like it, but you decide, I think I'm going to go anyway. I think I'm going to do this anyway, just to open myself up a little bit. Go outside of your house, be out and about as much as you can be. If that's in your community, something you can do. Take advantage of it. Get yourself back out there. Because I do think for some of you, you've been very internally focused with this Four of Swords. Here you are lying in repose and meditating, connecting with your source, and that is wonderful. There's no negatives in that at all. It will bring you enlightenment and it will bring you clarity, doing that. But he's got this stained glass window above him, and the window is shut, right? And so again, there's a lack of movement, but there's also a lack of being open to things. And even with the Four of Cups here, obviously his posture here is different. He's very closed off, and he's also looking away from the offer. So for some of you, your guidance is to definitely be open. Get open, right? Get open for the pass. You've got the Three of Pentacles here for the other people around your other energy. Again, I do feel like somebody might have moved away, and that created part of this issue. It created a lot of it, really. But I feel like there is ultimately, it's about a beginning or a new beginning, building some kind of cooperation is not quite the right word for it, but building a union. Okay, building a union, building a partnership. That's the word I was looking for. Building a partnership, building stability. And it really is up to you. You've got the ball in your court here. Now, if you have somebody that, they've moved away, you're definitely on their mind. I can just not say that enough. So you've got this Eight of Pentacles here. And so for some of you, you may have been working hard on yourself, and you also have the Eight of Cups here too. So they're an interesting combination together because they're really both about working on ourselves. more in the financial realm, but then also in the emotional and spiritual realm, okay? And the Eight of Cups is ascending upwards. So it's about moving forward, but also moving up to a higher level. And again, with this thing I have in my mind about moving, somebody may have done it because they knew it was a very profitable move. They knew that it was fiscally once in a lifetime kind of a thing. But when they did that, they realized that there were some things associated with it, with moving away, that brought them some pain. So your outcome here with the Death card, this is where I said before, the Rider-Waite deck gets scary. Oh dear, sorry, I dropped the card. It really is about a transformative time. Must have been somebody who was really thinking, I don't like that as the outcome, but it's not a bad card because in some of the decks, like I really like Radley Valentine, if you've ever studied any of his work. He's rewritten tarot because of cards like this that scare people. It's, it's Scorpio energy here, but it really is a time to let go and make room for the new. It is a completely transformative energy. There's a change coming. It's a new beginning, and it's a new self coming out. And again, you've got this ascending journey with the soul coming through. I also think, too, if you've been kind of anxious, I think that's really going to be leaving you. And you've got a rebirth coming. You let go of all the things that don't serve you with this and the Eight of Cups. And the tomorrows that are coming in are just beautiful. So your other guidance with the High Priestess, this can take on a lot of different meanings. But I feel for you, it's really about trusting your intuition and letting, that higher self, that higher source in you guide you, okay? It's really about quieting your mind and letting that be your internal guide. I also think, too, this card comes out when guides are suggesting that you need to trust yourself, okay? So if there have been some doubts there, you definitely are being encouraged to trust yourself. And that's also the card of the psychic too. So for some of you, if I might have mentioned earlier, you could be throwing cards, hey, do it, because there's somebody here that would probably be quite good at it. So you have, if you are looking to attract more love in your life, here's an oracle card to do just that. Romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So if you've had something that's ended and you get something new in, this would be a great way to start. It's guidance, okay? It's more guidance. And then we'll close with Abraham Hicks, ask and it is given. Every reality has been focused by someone into being. Boy, isn't that the truth? You were taught to face reality before you knew you were creating reality. Do not face reality unless it is a reality you want to create. For any reality only exists because someone has focused it into being. Those statistics about your experiences and others are not about any hard and fast now reality. So yeah, we create this, okay? We create our own reality, and we can have, do, or be anything. If we can see it in our mind, we can definitely have it in our experience. So you definitely have a transformative time ahead of you, but it's bringing things in. It's bringing in new stuff that's going to really, it's going to be new, and it's going to be in a different way, a lighter way than I think in the past. So I love you so much, Libra, and I'll be back again soon.